Air quality from 1 to 50 is good air quality. 51 to 100 is acceptable air quality. After 100 is unhealthy air quality. Hi, my name's Travis. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to discuss the recent fires in Canada that are causing the air to be hindered in terms of northeast and the Midwest of the United States. Let's get started. So I'm going to read from an article to just give you guys an idea of what we're going through and what we're dealing with. I know a lot of people might have been outside like I was today and was wondering what was wrong with my breathing and why did it smell like this and all of that. The last couple of days I haven't been on the news watching it. So I had to look up what was going on and I found it out, and I really need to share this. This is a really important topic. Here's the latest on the worsening air quality in the U.S. A plume of Canadian wildfire smoke rapidly darkened the skies of New York City and sent the air quality index soaring past 400 on Wednesday. I told you it was 100 and higher. 400. Well into the hazardous range, and the worst since the Environmental Protection Agency began recording air quality measurements in 1999. By afternoon, Midtown Manhattan was plunged into a deep, hazy orange and smoky clouds obscured visibly across the 5 boroughs on the region, canceling some flights. Earlier in the day, commuters donned masks used amid the COVID-19 pandemic while walking the streets. Children stayed indoors at recess. Some schools closed, and officials warned people against going outside altogether. New York is not the only city coping with this dangerous breathing conditions. For much of Wednesday, the air quality index in Syracuse topped 400, according to Air Now, which designates a reading above 100 as unhealthy, like I said, to breathe, and above 300 as hazardous. It's 100 degrees above hazardous. In Binghamton, about 60 miles south of Syracuse, Mike Hardiman, a meteorologist with the National Weather Service, said the city looks like Mars and smells like cigar. Speaking to reporters, Governor Kathy Hochul called the worsening air quality in New York an emergency crisis, warning that it could last several days. People have to prepare for this over the long haul, she said. The poor quality could have widespread effects among healthy people and serious ones for those with respiratory conditions, according to the federal guidelines. Such high readings are typical in smoggy megacities like Jakarta or New Delhi, but rare in New York, where decades of state and federal laws have helped to reduce emissions. Here's what else we know. Canada, where nearly 250 fires were burning out of control as of early Wednesday morning. Also in for more haze. Parts of Quebec and Ontario were under a smog warning, and experts warned that the air in Toronto and elsewhere was likely worsen, probably on Thursday, before it gets any better. Satellite imagery shown haze engulfing parts of the United States on Wednesdays, and warnings were in effect across a wide portion of the Northeast and Midwest. Philadelphia was under a code red, meaning sensitive groups could be at serious risk. The haze was expected to linger for a couple of days because the weather system is pushing it around the atmosphere and was relatively stagnant. The National Weather Service said in a forecast. Forecast models showed that a more dense smoke layer could reach further western cities like Pittsburgh on Thursday. As the air quality in New York City climbed to the worst on record, people who make their living outdoors face a hard decision. Focus on your health or focus on your job. Mohammed Udin, a food delivery worker, was making do the best he could in a Bedford Stuyvesant, Brooklyn, as he drove his electric scooter through the yellow haze. His visor was up and he had a length of printed clothes tucked under his bike helmet that covered his mouth. He was considered cutting short his typical 9-hour shifts as he drove through thick air that stung his eyes and throat, but not until he had earned at least $100. Then his phone rang. "My wife is calling," Mr. Udin Thursday said. She said, "You can come back home." Across the city, outdoor workers are getting a similar call on Wednesday. New York Parks Department closed all city beaches, and the park's maintenance staff were given the option to work indoors today. The Workers' Justice Project, which advocates for delivery workers, advised drivers to stay home, though many cannot afford to. Ligia Guapa, the executive director, said in a statement, "Numerous delivery workers on duty are directly experiencing the effects of this air pollution, including shortness of breath and other health effects," she wrote. It is not the first time they have been at the front lines, ensuring the safety of New Yorkers by allowing them to stay indoors. Sitting on top of his black and red scooter in front of the Bronx County Hall of Justice, Remy Hernandez, 40, an Uber and DoorDash delivery driver, said orders had dropped considerably since the smoke rolled in on Thursdays. "People are scared to come out in this smoke," Mr. Hernandez said. "To me, it looks like the world is ending." Grubhub advised delivery workers with pre-existing conditions to stay inside, according to Lisa D., a spokeswoman. Drivers would not be penalized if they believed a delivery was unsafe to complete. Neither Uber nor the Department of Transportation responded to repeated inquiries about precautions they were taking for employees regarding this air quality. Selling Yankee t-shirts and hats from her table on Grand Concourse Boulevard in the Bronx, Trina Elliott, 20, a Washington Heights resident, said that she was asthmatic but had not yet had an episode. "I have my inhaler," she said. "I've been praying," she said. That's what we have to do, pray. At his newsstand outside of 161st Street subway station nearby, Ahmed Babu, 49, said the smoke had slowed business, but not him. Originally from Dhaka, Bangladesh, where air quality is really unhealthy, he said he was used to the pollution. "It's not too bad here," Mr. Babu said. Con Ed, the power company, limited outdoor work for all but the most essential jobs, according to Carl Eric Stromaster, a spokesman. Even non-human employees were off the job. The 200 horses who pull Manhattan's 68 carriages were ordered back in the stalls by the New York City Health Department, along with all equines employees in the several barns across the 5 boroughs. Even horses, y'all. With the competition from the horse carriages in Central Park gone, pedicab drivers waited idly for tourists without luck. They appear to have fled for the safety of indoors. And that is what's going on in New York City, especially, and that is what's going on in the Northeast and in the Midwest. I am in the Northeast, and we are experiencing some of this, our air quality is a 167. And that is an unhealthy air quality. No, it's not nowhere compared to New York's 400. But we can still feel it in the air. We can feel it in our throats. And I just want everybody to be safe. If you have to go back to wearing masks, please do so. That's what I did today. That's what my co-workers did today. We had a nice event outside, and we felt the effects of it by the time it was over. So, if you like anything I said in this video, hit the like button. Please subscribe to this channel so we can reach 200 subscribers. Lieberman out.